Welcome back to the Dude Buddy Pod. I'm a buddy, he's a dude.
And I'm a dude and he's a buddy.
Oh my God, look at Danny in night mode.
I'm in night mode right now. It's our first night cast. I'm fired up.
We're recording this podcast at, it's 11:30 p.m. We got to do this because Danny's out of town for the next few weeks. I don't know when you're going to listen to this. Could be the morning, could be the afternoon, but for us, it's fucking nighttime. And this is what starts to happen around here at night. This is look at this
when
guy.
Everything starts to get freaky, get weird and wild. Well, dude, I'm wearing this lab coat here because everyone's diagnosing people with Ehlers-Danlos here, and I might as well be a doctor too. So
yeah, Danny was diagnosed officially with a disease last podcast.
Ehlers-Danlos here. I even got my pen. I got
your apple.
Got an apple a day because
wow.
Keeps the doctor away. It's got a little soft spot like a baby's head, but
you're gonna eat that?
No, I'll probably put it in the freezer, make it crumble.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, Danny's got a lab coat on and some pit vipers. I don't really know why.
I guess coat and pit vipers. Well, I
feel
like
look at the hair slicked back. What's going on there?
Oh man, I'm stressed out all around here. To be honest, I've noticed I'm thinning out in the front part of the head here, and I'm not too sure how I like it.
Danny's at that pinnacle point where he's finally I've been dealing. I've seen this shit. I know what's going on up top. Also, I've gone gray. Like I've seen fucking 1,000 ghosts.
It's part of my Ehlers-Danlos disease here. I'm starting my skin so loose, it's starting to lose the follicles inside the forehead here.
Look at that.
Well, yeah, and I slick it back, and then I notice there's a small little thin layer. I'm getting, what do they call them, widow's peaks or whatever? I don't know why they call them widow's peaks. Probably because some guy's wife said you're going bald and he killed her. Dude, you don't like my hair, you fucking bitch. I never liked your casserole in the first place. And just strangles her.
This is gonna be a bad night.
I'm fired up here.
What's going on though? You're using a new shampoo.
I got a new shampoo. I got this company called Flakes.
Free?
When I first moved to America, it's made in Brooklyn, probably in somebody's basement. But no, they were a nice company called Flakes. It smells good.
Sure, yeah.
Smells good. Dandruff company here, and
your hair will smell great on the way out.
Yeah, it goes down the drain like all my dreams of having a luscious full head.
Do you think that this company's free shampoo is killing your hair? Is it FDA approved?
I don't know if it's FDA approved, but it's fucking dumb assembly or acts. I don't know. Well, it says so. It doesn't got BPAs. It makes it good. It gives you all tingly with the
How much DEET do you have in that?
Peppermint. I got enough to call Santos or DeSantis. Or no, that's a premier. Or that's a governor.
Have a sip of your
cup
iced.
No, I don't know. It's good. It's a good company. They gave me some free shampoo because they like the shroom, and the shroom is in bloom. They're like, oh hey, we like your content, we like your hair. Here, try some of our shampoo. And joke's on me. They're not gonna like my hair after because it's all gonna be fucking falling out. I don't know if it's playoffs, dude, or if it's this place or whatever, or maybe it's the Ehlers-Danlos and I've been pulling my hair since I was a little kid.
Could have something to do with the hair trick where you literally just tug at your fucking head for other people's amusement.
Well, whatever.
Truly, it's
gotta have sacrifice. But to be honest, the whole lab coat came into play was because, I guess, are we going to do our check-in first?
We are going to do a check-in. It's not going to be a traditional check-in because, I mean, look, we had a bulk record today. So
record.
We've kind of given our check-in for the week on last week's, but we'll do a night check-in because, I mean, truly, we've talked about it here before. Our neighborhood seems to, traditionally, people go to sleep around like midnight, 1 o'clock. That's when the ghouls come out.
The ghouls, the goblins.
And that's when our neighborhood kind of wakes up, and it's right. Usually when we're trying to shut it down, that's when you'll hear a fucking sewer cap lift outside of the apartment, and
Buddy, sometimes
someone comes out,
things coming around. Like,
we'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll get to that. But as the nightly check-in, it's like basically every night. What do? We brace ourselves for whatever might be coming.
Put that hotel lock door on. Sometimes.
Well, we call it raising the bridge. Now,
raising the
right?
bridge. No one in, no one out.
We raise the bridge, which is putting on the hotel bolt lock, and then we twist the little lock at the bottom.
Sometimes I even give a little peep out the door.
Just no one in, no one out.
Yeah.
All right? No one in, no one out. That's very important. We raise the fucking bridge and we go to bed because at that point you don't want nothing from out there coming in at that hour.
And then we said we raise the bridge, tell people to man the keep.
Have you ever thought though that maybe the call's coming from inside the house?
What call?
Like, look at you right now. We're always talking about how weird it is out there.
Honestly, man,
I don't know if it's any better in here.
It is. It's a safe space in here, and it's really good, and it's fun. And to be honest, man, sometimes I don't even like going outside.
Yeah, I know, but is that healthy for us?
Nothing's healthy for us. Apparently, not even my Danger shampoo. Not even. Actually, I don't know why I'm so negative. I'm just fired up, dude. We did this bulk podcast, and then as soon as I slicked it back for aerodynamics, because I was like ready to get in, and I don't know, man. To be honest, I think like.
Okay, well, listen.
Let's do a check-in. Nighttime check-in.
Nighttime check-in. It's almost, when I say bedtime around here, it's almost the time that we each retreat to our rooms.
Our safe refuge.
And the doors close. We usually meet in the middle, give a little fist bump. We say goodnight. We say goodnight.
I like sometimes too when we go, hey, Jared, nice day.
Yeah, sometimes we give a nice fucking business closing handshake, close out the day. We're closing out the day with a nice firm fucking shake.
Yep. Just two men meeting in the middle.
And then we close the door, and I can't help but think that perhaps some nights we both just fall apart once those doors are closed.
For sure.
And then we come back out in the morning like, hey, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, it's like that.
Woo!
That
You just went to fucking war in there last night.
As soon as you close the door, all your armor, plate mail, chain mail falls off, and you just scrawny crawl into bed.
Yeah, you're like you crawl. You're like the thing inside the head of Men in Black, and then you disengage and hop out of the head.
I like it though. It's like because we go to bed and then we send like 19 memes to each other.
We do, which is like, and sometimes it's an hour and a half after we've gone to bed. So it's like we could just hang out, but like we're cooked.
Or just a couple dogs chilling in the kennel. I feel like that's the kennel.
That is the kennel.
Some nights we're.
Yeah. No, but for real, like I don't know what happens to you. Sometimes when I go in there, like what I'll do is I'm going to tell myself, I'll have an idea of like something I want to watch when I go to bed. And of course I end up on my phone for a little bit, but sometimes I put the phone down and the TV's like in sleep mode, where it's just the fucking screensaver on the TV. And I just fucking lie there. And I just look up at the goddamn ceiling.
Yeah, I like stare.
And sometimes, Danny, I'll do this for 20 minutes. Do you know one time what I did alone? When I was alone in my room at night?
What'd you do? Tell us.
No joke.
Speak freely.
I've told you about this before. Whenever I quit smoking weed, I thought all this clarity would come back, and like nothing came back. And
you just hold the pillow above your face and scream.
But like I literally thought, I'm like, hey, if I just quit smoking weed because I smoked so much weed for so many years, all this memory will come back and everything will just start clicking. And then I stopped smoking weed and I was like, oh, I'm just fucking dumb. Like nothing came back. And so one night I was literally laying there in bed and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a swing at the alphabet. I haven't done the alphabet from A to Z in a long fucking time. And I just started doing the alphabet. And I was breezing through the first fucking bit. I was like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q. And then right around Q, R, S, I got stumped. And I laid there for a good 10, 15 seconds being like, what's next?
And
this was without weed. This was after I'd stopped. And I remember sitting there and then I started to have like a panic attack almost because I thought something was going wrong in my brain, which... It was.
You're just having a hemorrhage?
It was.
You're
That's
like,
what
A,
I
B,
thought,
C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and then my blood starts coming out of your ear.
Oh, dude, and literally my heart started pumping and I got fucking all weird because I'm like, what's happening to me? But
sometimes
I fucking QRS.
It's probably because you sung it out of song.
You need the song.
You need the song to keep you going.
Sometimes I was out of tune. Like I wasn't like sticking to the song.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like when I lay in my bed and then I'll have like, there's been several moments where I've thought of having like heart attacks or like maybe a bit of episode of angina. I've been thinking of like I'm having an anginic attack.
Yeah.
And then I realize like maybe this is it. And then I'm like, but then I breathe through it and go through it. I had to go to like an AG or an EGC or whatever they are, where they hook you up to those nodes.
I've had that.
And then, but I just went because I'm like, man, I think I'm having heart palpitations. And
at what point, Danny, do you for yourself call the ambulance? Because for me, the answer I've proven time and time again is never.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd really call an ambulance. I'd probably like get in the car and then drive.
Sure, but look at where you are now. Ambulance isn't even an option where we are now.
I think, to be honest, like if I was having a heart attack,
You'll never
what I would
financially
do,
recover from this.
I'd like come over to your door, bang, 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 and then open it, and then just be like, "Yo, bro, like I'm fucked up," and then I'd let you call the ambulance.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean? Like I would look at you and be like, "Do I need it? Do I need it?"
And I'll be like, "I don't know. Just give it another minute, Daddy."
Yeah, and then I go, "Grab the lab coat," and then you put the lab coat on, and then that's when you figure out you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh, it's too late.
Imagine if the lab coat was like the mask, where like Jim Carrey puts on the mask, but then you just put on this lab coat, and then you turn into like the good doctor and become full autistic.
Yeah, I mean, look at you right now.
Yeah,
the lab coat has not turned you into anything.
But imagine I come in, chest open like this, chains going, go, "Hey, looks like you got a big case of the pussies."
And I go, "Can I see another doctor?"
Yeah, and then I leave, and then I come back in, but I just have my pit vipers off and a hat.
A hat?
Yeah.
Now you're a doctor in a hat?
Yeah, like a lab.
Neither
scrubby.
of those work for me.
Like a lab.
Oh, like the fucking the doctor.
Yeah,
the
like
cap.
cap. The welder's cap of doctors.
Sure. Okay. Well, anyways, point is, if one of us has a heart attack in here, that might just be curtains for us. So let's, I guess, put in some good energy.
Yeah, I would say
and
like
hope we don't do that.
My nightly check-in here, I would say it's going pretty good. A little bit fired up, not gonna lie. I got the hair that's kind of bothering me. The oiler, like, dude, it's like low-key really, really bothering me because I've always had like a nice full set of hair, but then
that's what happens, dude.
I know, but
we
then
all did at one point.
And everybody's like, "Oh, here's a little scientific thing from you, right?" Because when you're breeding like cows or like I believe if you're breeding cows or like horses or like animals, you would get the genetics from the mother.
Bird of science.
The mother's side of him, and then so I'm like, okay, looking, and then all my dad, all of him, he has a nice set of hair. His side of the family has a good side of hair.
What about your mama's? What about your mama's father?
Dead.
Did he die with hair?
No, he was bald.
There you go, dude. You're fucked.
He was bald.
You're fucked.
My other uncles, it's like 3 of my uncles on my mom's side are bald.
Fucked.
And then that's it, really.
Yeah, doctor, that's where it comes from. It comes from the male. The males on your mother's side. You are Danny.
But I got the genetics of my father.
Look at me, Danny. Danny, lift the glasses for a sec. And look at me. You're in big trouble, brother.
Listen, all the actually, this is a...
Don't put them on your hair. Don't put any
I put it back, and then the whole scalp falls back with my head.
Do not put any stress on that line.
Yeah, I don't know. But I get the genetics and the looks and the stuff from my father. Like, I have my mother's personality, and then I have all my genetics basically from my fascia.
You know I got a pill guy for your hair.
Yeah, but you were telling me it only
doesn't
works
do
on the
fuck
back.
all for the front. It'll stop the little fucking the little baboon.
But I already figured it out. That's how you know you're getting older is because you're basing your vacations on what kind of cosmetic surgeries
You're also basing where you sit on a patio, whether there's going to be shade or just sun pouring through your fucking hair, because that's when you can really see it. I'd love to put a nice Black & Decker flashlight onto that fucking head right now.
I would just like to put a nice fucking black felt marker right across, like I'm getting one of those barbers.
I'd love to go to Turkey right now and just put about $10,000 in a guy's hand and then walk back like I'm still skateboarding.
Well, that's what I want to do eventually, I think, because I have a couple buddies that got receding hairlines, and I think we're gonna have a boys trip out to Turkey. And then just
come back just buggered
in Istanbul Brofest, and then we just go down there and get some hair plugs. We all get plugged up, and then
what could go wrong?
And then just smash fucking mad like Turkish delights and like
just get your new hair.
Oh yeah, new hair and fucking 10 pounds of kebab.
Come back here, you just start eating Big Turks. Do they have Big Turks in the States?
Yeah, man. In the States? I thought you meant
not
Turkey.
Big Turkish men.
Yeah.
I mean, like the candy, Big Turk.
You got a Big Turk, and then you poke his belly to find out if he's jelly.
No. There's a chocolate that's like kind of a bastard chocolate that nobody like. You'll never be respected within a room. We have a friend whose buddy, a firefighter, and he ate like 24 of them on a shift or something?
Yeah, because he loves them, and then Boomer would hide the Big Turks and surprise him, and he had to eat all of them. But to be honest, though, like it's
just a jelly and a chocolate.
Yeah,
right?
I was
introduced
to a Big Turk by a previous friend and
former friend.
And then there's always things in my life where I'm like, this is kind of like poor people's food, like hard-boiled eggs. I always thought like welfare kids would eat them.
You told me that egg salad was a poor person's food.
Yeah, an egg salad I was always kind of like iffy about. I was like, oh, there's certain things where I'm like, man.
And what fucking class did you grow up in?
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
Upper middle.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not just middle?
No, I was upper middle.
Upper middle.
Yeah.
Hear that?
That's not a
the
lie.
lie police.
That's the lie
That's
police.
the lie police.
I think I was upper middle. What if your mom makes like 6 figures and your father makes 6 figures, or like what? I don't know. I think my dad made like 85K. My mom made like 130. That's
middle
class.
class. That's middle class.
Is it?
That's middle class, which is good. It's not lower middle class. It's middle class.
Then what's upper middle class?
Upper
Both
middle
you
class.
guys are making 6 figures.
100%. Yeah. Or one person's making several 6 figures.
Well, let me tell you this.
But I don't know what Alberta upper class is. I feel like if you got 2 broken dishwashers on your front lawn, you're Berta.
I've never had a
upper
dishwasher.
Middle. Okay, that's lower middle class. You're lower middle class. I've changed my answer.
We could have got it, but my mom was like, "Why do I need that? It doesn't."
Oh, that's your yeah. This is the upper middle class. We could have a Ferrari, but why would we fucking have that? Oh, we could have a dishwasher. You want more than one bathroom in the house? Well, guess what, Danny? We could, but we choose not to. Yeah, you share a room with your brother. You don't think that we could have fucking 4 separate rooms, 4 for you, 4 for your brother, 8 bedrooms? Of course, we just choose not to. You were dirt fucking poor.
I wasn't dirt poor. I wasn't dirt poor because I knew what dirt poor was, and I was like, that's not me.
I don't think you were dirt poor. I don't think you were upper middle class.
I wasn't poor.
No, you weren't poor. I wasn't poor, but I asked my parents once.
No, I wasn't poor. Yeah, fuck you. You're poor. I'm not poor.
I remember asking my parents when I was a kid if we were upper middle class. They both laughed at me. They're like, we ain't upper middle.
Okay, well then I was
We ain't upper middle.
I was middle class.
I was probably lower middle.
I was middle class. You know what? No, because upper middle class, I feel, takes like several vacations.
You would have been playing travel hockey if you were upper middle.
Yeah, and no, I don't think I would be playing hockey just because my dad didn't want to get up. But upper middle class always takes like family vacations to resorts and stuff, and we only went on one. But to be honest, my dad didn't want to take us camping because we were so rambunctious and we ruined camping for him. And then me and my brother.
It's got to be hard though.
Me and my brother were like problem children.
To be fair, and it's also like it doesn't make it any easier that it's almost bedtime. So it's got to be hard to learn things like you're losing your hair and you were poor growing up all in like
I wasn't poor
in 10 minutes.
I wasn't poor. You take that back. I wasn't poor, okay? You take that back right now. My parents were
no,
poor people.
I don't think you're poor. Okay.
No.
Did you ever, because that section I said, did you have, because we do have a little problem here in this place. We got a little rodent, we think.
Well,
we think this is what we wanted to talk about because we do get a little shifty at nighttime here, and the cracks start to show, right? We keep everything together with gum during the day, and then we start to show our cracks at night. And lately, there was really specifically on like one night, we were positive that there's something living in our...
Something is... Because I heard a shuffle behind the fridge, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound like Freon being passed around through the back of the fridge. And I almost said freezer, but then fridge is the whole unit. There wasn't Freon passing around the fridge, and I'm like, okay, was there anything shuffling behind... Science, dude. I'm in the lab.
Science.
I'm actually well-educated.
I went to your lower middle class education.
Middle class
public school.
I was middle class, but to be honest, I was like, I was forced to take stuff to stay in public school. But there was nothing shuffling around there. And then one day I heard a fucking little.
I did too.
Behind there, and we had little bones. We had our
we
ribs.
had chicken bones in the garbage, but then also that same night when you had said that, at first I was like, I don't know, I think you're just hearing shit. But then I recall that when I had opened that fucking cupboard earlier on, the garbage can was on its side. It had been knocked over. Some motherfucker had been in there, but where is he? Because we have yet, for a New York apartment, we have yet to see, we don't got any cockroach. We haven't seen any fucking mouse shit. We don't even have any big bugs here, man. The only thing that gets it, we had a little big bee come in here. Big bee problem the one day. Did you hear it just now?
No, I thought I didn't know what the fuck that was there. I had to take the pits off, but it's just a napkin.
See, this is why I don't know if we can trust us, dude.
But there was something shuffling behind there.
I know.
And then I put up the paper towel roll blockade. and the good old Charmin wall, as they call it, and then to keep them out of the thing. But thing is, man, that cupboard goes in there, and then there's an entranceway to a place that I'm gonna have to crawl in there and get a flashlight after you shine it through my hair and see how much follicles are.
If I hold the flashlight for you while you're in there, I'm gonna accidentally pass it across the back of your head, and I'm gonna tell you you're in bigger trouble.
It's not the back of my head. It's not the back of my head.
No, it's
the front.
Yeah, man. Well, get in line. Guess what? It's one. It's
you want to know why though?
And eventually, what happens to is the back slowly goes, and it starts going, and then they meet in the middle, and then what do you have? You got a little horseshoe.
At the end of the day,
hey, would you consider if you did have the horseshoe, if you're a bald man,
skull it?
Yeah, buddy. Would you consider it? Would you grow out the sides?
No, I'd fully shave.
Come on, bro.
Buddy, I'd just be dieseled out, bald, just ready to rock, talking about family every chance I get.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I don't know. I guess
not enough people embrace the fucking horseshoe.
If this was like blocking, I'd probably just shift the whole fucking thing backwards.
How do you mean?
Well,
like with your Ehlers-Danlos or whatever, your disease? Yeah. You could probably just, with your disease, pull your fucking skin from the back of your head and then put a little pin in it up here and just pin the back. What's the hair trick we were talking about? The hair.
Oh, that's
the hair that you can pull from the back.
That's the where you see it online, and then a lot of the Chinese people, they have like they'll like glue a fat little like a fake one,
like a hood that you pull it up like you would. Right, like you're running out into the rain, but it's like it's hair,
and it just comes up like a nice little Mustang.
Oh, it's awesome! Like a Miata roof, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine though if it actually like opened like a BMW one, so the back part, your skin comes out, and then the hair just comes out and goes. And then your sides butterfly up. You have butterfly sides, but it's like a one from like the early 2000s or late 90s. So you gotta staple it right there, like those fucking clips. Like you put the clips in, you just fucking the heavy poster ones.
Yeah.
Or I just go in for a shift at the hospital and bring like the skull staplers together. Like, sorry, guy. I gotta bring this off site.
Do you think that what you're wearing would be enough to get you into the hospital?
Yeah, the mental hospital.
Oh God!
Fucking bring me to the psychiatric ward. Or want to know? I watched a Dr. Phil on.
Are you ready to see your son? And you're just in there.
Yeah.
We were rich, right?
I was never poor. Yeah, I don't know. But to be honest, man, I'm wearing this lab coat is because we had to do a. I bought this for a quick one because, as you know, right, I had a couple videos, just one.
Oh, it's been a while since we've talked about it.
It's been a while.
You had that one video that went pretty big. You farted in the air
purifier, and then I farted in it a couple more times, but everybody's like, oh, we need somebody to smell it. So you can smell in your own brand. And so we found one of the comics here in New York, and we were like, yo, man, can I fart in your face? And
pretty desperate little guy. I think you offered him a hot sandwich, $20.
A hot sandwich. Well, it started at $100 because JJ was like, $50, me and you, guy, we'll give it to me each. And he's like, I really need a haircut. And I'm like, okay, sweet. So then, so we invited him over, and then it went down to $20 and a hot sandwich. And I was trying to fart in his face, but I just couldn't perform.
He was supposed to wear the goggles. He was supposed to wear the lab coat. He was going to analyze a fart. Again, this is just the highbrow shit that we're trying to pump out of this apartment.
2R. And I was going to fart in his face and then fart in the air purifier and then him smell it and then tell me if it was good or not.
Yeah, and so now I had the thought today because we happen to have a free air fryer come across our desk, and I thought, what if we can't catch one of his farts in the air fryer? High heat, fucking like 450, just fucking convection.
I used to have a buddy,
and then we catch one in there and we air fry a fart and see how it comes out after a minute.
I used to
thoughts.
I just think it will be like
thoughts.
I don't think it would work because it pushes out the hot air, right? When the air the air fryer shoots it out, so
there's no way it would work, but still pretty cool on paper.
I had a buddy who would fart in his hand, cup it, swallow it, and then burp it back out.
That's fucking awesome. Where does he work now?
He's actually like a power engineer, very wealthy guy out in Edmonton.
Yeah, very wealthy guy, makes $85,000 a year.
No, he's
upper middle class.
He's like up there. He has like 2 houses.
I love a story like that.
He's making like $180K.
I love a story like that because at the end of the day,
end.
you want to talk about science. This guy figured out that he could cup a fart, swallow it, and burp it out. That there's so much science involved in that. And if this guy is now an engineer, just batting 1,000, I like that. Those are the kinds of heroes we need. Those are the heroes we don't talk about enough.
Well, some heroes are the ones you don't want, but they're the ones you get. Or how does the saying go? Not the hero we wanted, but the one we deserve, or something?
Not the hero we deserve, but the one that we got? I don't know.
That's just the guy that
Don't
looks at
meet
the
your
Batman
heroes.
sign as he's swigging a Mickey of Weisers, looking at it. Like, it's not the hero we wanted, but it's the hero we see.
It could be me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like...
I mean, it looks sharp, Danny.
Does it?
Yeah. No, you look good. You look fast right now.
Buddy, I'm fucking grease lightning up
I'd
in
love
here,
to
bro.
see you run out there. What was your theory on how far someone should be able to run just on a basic survival level?
Oh, I think every human being should be able to run 10 minutes flat.
At what speed?
The fastest they... Well, like...
A sprint?
No, that's a little excessive. I think you need to be able to run at a pace of like, let's say... 5:25 a kilometer.
5:25. That's just a good jogging pace. I think I would jog comfortably at like 5:25, but that's a good pace.
Yeah, that's it. That's just.
And you think you shoot for 10 minutes? That's not
10
bad.
minutes
2
flat,
kilometers
boom, like that. 2 kilometers. Get out of there. If danger hits the fan, bro, or you're just sitting
if
there.
you can't keep a good jogging pace for 2 kilometers, I would agree that you might be in big
well,
trouble.
yeah, man, but it's also
Do you know
like
how many people can't?
a lot.
Most
people. Can't do it. Well, wasn't there the saying where it was like 1 in 4 people can bench press, or no? Like,
no, I think it was the hero that you never asked for, but the one you got.
No, if you're in the gym or whatever and you bench 225, you're in like I think like it's like a top 5% of the people that go to the gym or something.
Well, I think you're like it's the same in like golf. I think if you break 90, you're in the 1% or something. Of
let me tell you, you break 90, you lived a good life.
Well, I tell you what, I've broken 90 and I don't know how.
Imagine I come in and go like this, like I come in and go, all right, I've been looking at your charts here, and I'm just going to have to say your cholesterol's through the roof here. Also is your everything, really. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? 600 pounds, and I mean, your organs are going to fail.
What are you asking me? How I would react to that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that. But
that's the one thing.
But I would take a look at you, and I would see who this is coming from. And again,
and then I leave. But then another
doctor. I think the second opinion might be the first opinion.
But then another doctor comes in and goes, "All right, so here, like I just come in. I came into the clinic.
Oh no, dude! If you ever came in, look at this. If you ever came in and gave any sort of a fucking diagnosis to somebody, when they get their third opinion, that's actually the second opinion. Do you understand? Just wait.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You're trying to say my opinion doesn't matter.
It's a wash, dude.
Well,
send some more shampoo to this guy. I think whatever it's doing, I like it. It's because you know what? If it's actually causing you, if it is causing you to lose some of your hair,
zoom in and look at it, man. It's like I don't know what it is, dude. To be honest, but like it started out pretty good. But the thing is, too, they gave me that like scalp thing, and
you're not digging in with that thing, are you,
buddy?
You should be dabbing that thing with a fucking. You should be.
No, I do. I put it on like this. I put it on like that.
Very careful.
I put it on like that, and I'm scrubbing my head, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, it stimulates hair growth," and I'm like, "Yeah, what hair growth in the drain?" Like.
Yeah.
It's
they
brutal.
spell growth LOSS?
Yeah. And then they spell it with an HEAVY after it too.
Yeah, did they say go fuck yourself when they gave it
That's
to
what
you?
it says right on the bottle. It says text this for another one of your fucking hair problems.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Well, I mean, it's okay. Like, I'll give it a go some more. Go through a whole bottle. But I don't know if it's necessarily like what it is. Maybe I'm like 33 or whatever, pushing it back. I'm always wearing baseball caps. But it's also like...
I'll tell you right now, that doesn't help.
I don't know, man. I'm just really kind of affected by it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what it does to people, dude. It
worst
breaks men. It breaks men. Look, think of the most broken men you've ever seen. How many of those guys have a beautiful coif of hair on their head?
Well, I think
statistically, Danny,
I won't like.
You're a science man. You're a man of statistics.
Let me tell you something here.
Glasses are off.
The person that loses their hair and then now it's just kind of like chilling there and then they keep it on. That's the broken person. But the person that sees their hair and they go, you know what? This loss could actually be a gain. I can turn this misfortune into an opportunity, and then they shave their head and then become a powerhouse.
You have to be in great shape to do it.
Well, yeah.
That's the rule, man. You have to either have a really fucking good dad bod, like a big thick boy.
Like a Tony Soprano kind of body?
Big thick boy, but even that looks gross. You want to get jacked. You want to get fucking yoked.
You know what'd be crazy, though, is like having no hair and a small cock. That would really fucking affect me.
That's dark.
I mean, at that point, it's like you got to have a multi-billion-dollar business. Straight up, dude. You're bald, little dick, and you're 5'4". Like, get out of here, dude. That's the thing too. And it's like I'm fortunate enough to be blessed with the genetic compound that I was born with. But it's also like you look at like some people, like that's the thing where I look at them and I know I don't know if I'm coming across as a dick on this podcast, but it's like,
oh no, keep going.
You look at like a person and you're like, man, like, fuck. Like you feel, you're like, how do you know what I mean? Like to never be able to fully reach the top aisle of the cereal part.
I don't think you're being a dick. Keep going.
In a grocery. Oh, I see that glint. Okay, whatever.
No, dude, I hear. Hey,
I'm just fired
it's
up.
tough.
I'm fired up. The Oilers lost. They're down 2-0.
Oh yeah, we're recording this right after the Oilers
down
lost.
2-0 in the series.
Yeah.
I'm losing my hair. I'm about to lose my opportunity to see Lord Stanley being lifted, and because of this dandruff-lid fucking shampoo.
Oh. Well, I
haven't had the touch of my woman in forever.
Who do you think bounces back first, the Oilers or your hairline?
Well, let me tell you this. It ain't going to be my hairline.
Yeah, better be the oil, baby.
The only thing that's bouncing back is my fucking skull on the side of the sink.
Truth be told, by the time this episode airs, the Stanley Cup will be decided.
The Stanley Cup will be decided.
And I'll say this. I'm going to be in Florida when it happens.
Like the thought of me like just buying some Rogaine, dude, is kind of depressing.
Oh, that's what you were thinking about right now?
Well, yeah, because I was like,
no, but don't let that depress you. You do what you got to do. I got a nice little bunch of pills up there that are fucking.
Can I have a couple of them?
You can't just have them. You're gonna have to go in. You're gonna have to talk to somebody yourself. But you know what? Because here's the thing, Danny. You got to get ahead of this stuff. You're supposed to take hair loss things before you lose your fucking hair. You see too many guys walking in. They're just completely fucking bald. They're like, what do I do? And it's like, what should you have done?
Yeah, what didn't you do?
That you didn't do. And I don't think women will ever understand because women have to do
Actually, some women really understand.
Yeah,
you
of
ever
course.
see one of those
some
ones
will.
where their
No,
hair's
but I
bald?
mean,
God
generally,
bless
as
them.
a thing, I think the women obviously deal with a lot of things that we can't appreciate and we can't understand. And when it comes to men, we have that one fucking thing that's truly the big thing, and that's hair loss. That's our thing. Women deal with more than what we deal with.
Some girls will go through like hair loss.
Of course, and I think that's
I knew a couple people that had like lupus, and then they started losing their hair.
Well, they're dealing with lupus.
Yeah, I guess. Imagine like
I think lupus comes first.
I'm dealing with lose.
You're putting the fucking cart before the horse here.
They got lupus. I got lose it.
You got lose it. You got loser.
Bro, and like the whole thing was I've been trying to grab the shroom, grow the shroom.
Oh,
back.
the shroom and bloom. You should got to see this guy's hair when it really fully
needs
fucking.
To be black and bloom here, Dr. Shroom Bloom, and
the truffle.
The truffle. More like I'm in trouble right now.
Big truffle.
Big truffle, little hairline.
Big truffle.
That's what I got. Big truffle, little hairline. But
oh man. Well, listen, it's going to keep happening. Why don't you have a good look at I want you to put white pillowcases on tonight and have a good look in the morning. Call me in there. Let me have a look at your pillowcases.
Oh, so I can see how much hair is lost on my white pillowcase.
Oh, yeah, buddy, because maybe you're having stress dreams. You know, Lord knows this dream isn't working out for us.
Well, hey. Now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. All this hair is insane. Going down the drain with Dre Flakes hair shampoo. No, I don't know, man. I think life's in general is pretty good. If I lose my hair, at least I have my health, and that's a silver lining, and I think that's a blessing.
You have Ehlers-Danlos or whatever, dude. Dude, it's all coming apart. You're actually sick. As long as I have my health, what are you talking about?
I do
You're
not.
dying, Danny. You're dying right in front of my eyes.
I do not have Elders Dandos. I don't even know how to spell it. Dandos or what?
Danlos. Well, we'll look it up. You're going to be seeing a lot of it in the next few years. I'm sure you'll become well acquainted with that word.
Imagine if I'm a case study. Be a case study.
Yeah, case study.
Case study.
Well, what else? Listen. You know what happened to us? Because we'll get out of here, so we'll wrap it up, man.
We'll wrap it
It's
up.
fucking bedtime. We're in here screaming. We got fucking
well, whatever, man.
neighbors.
If fucking Matt and Skylar can be screaming to each other,
It's true, man. We got neighbors
all the
that
time.
don't
We
give
can
a
do whatever.
Fiddlers.
They don't give a
about it.
fuck about us. They don't care about us.
Danny and I ended up. We were taking the subway.
They don't really care about us.
We'll do a quick story time. We were taking the subway a couple of weeks ago, and we
truly
ended up.
were.
We got kicked off the subway because the subways were down. They were working on them. And they had free shuttle buses. I like that they call them free shuttle buses. You've already paid to be on the fucking subway. Then they kick you out. You're simply taking the bus for the price that you paid for the subway. But sure, give me that free bus. So we get on this bus. And, of course, there's thousands of people waiting for these buses. And they're just fucking firing them off. And we get on this bus. It's absolutely packed. It's packed to the gills.
Jammed up.
We're sardines in there. And we're driving. And it makes like one stop. 2 stops. There's making the subway stops, right?
The subway lines.
It's supposed to be making like 11 or 12 stops before we get to our place. It makes about 3, and then it's just driving and driving and driving, and everybody's kind of in their phones and doing their thing. And me and Danny are looking at each other like, "When's the next stop?"
Yeah, we're also like going towards the airport.
No,
and
I pull out my map, and we're trending New Jersey at this point. We're driving towards New Jersey, and then we realize. After a while, we see a guy go to the front of the bus, and he starts talking to the bus.
No, not even. It wasn't. I was the first one that initiated it. Because you were
Did you say something first?
No, because you were like, I think we're lost.
I was looking at my map,
and
I was like,
we're going the other way, and I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. And then I walked to the front, and then as soon as I see the bus driver holding like his stop list, and he's like leaned over going, oh shit.
Do you remember MapQuest when they like printed out maps? Basically, what are they called?
Even
what are they called here? What's their TTC?
MTA, the Metro.
The Metro, right? They had printed this guy a fucking bus route that he had never driven before.
It wasn't even like a bus route. It was just stop numbers, like route numbers. Like it was like just a list of numbers where he had to follow and shit. And this guy's looking in, leaning. He's got like the classic.
Yeah, but
like this, and then I just started laughing, and then I turned around, and then everybody was like, oh, and then you were like, is he lost? I'm like, oh yeah, he's lost.
We were on a runaway bus. Literally, this guy's driving towards New Jersey. He's got a bus with about fucking 75 people packed into it.
Yeah.
And it's 1:30 in the morning. Everybody thought they were getting home at midnight, right? And this guy is the pressure that we could see on this poor fucking prick is driving this bus with all these people start, the grovels start like, hey, what the fuck? Where are we? And he's just white knuckling like, I don't know where we are, and he couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
He couldn't. He just kept every turn he made. He was getting further and further and further away.
The best part, I knew that was gonna be a good time when the guy said, "Is he lost?" And then I went, "I think so." And then you hear a, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
When you hear a "Oh hell no" in America, you're like, some shit's about to go down.
Oh hell
dude.
yeah! And then we had one guy who had the patience of a fucking angel, and he stood up there.
He stood up there and he was directing him, driving him around, all this
calmly
stuff.
helped him because what he saw in that man was somebody who he probably saw himself in there, like a guy having the worst fucking day of his life. Because truly, I can't imagine how awful that would have been to be up there and having no clue what's going on. You have no idea how to fix it. You're getting further and further and further away. People are getting angrier and angrier. It's later and later. We ended up in a weird, dark, bad neighborhood. I'm like, if anyone's gonna take their shot at this bus driver, it's now.
I couldn't even imagine that amount of stress where it's just like if I'm driving my car and I miss like a turn off and there's 2 people in the back and they're like, oh shit, or like if I'm having a bad set and I feel the bead of sweat come down my spine.
You're losing hair over that.
I couldn't imagine being on a shuttle bus that's supposed to, you're already at an inconvenience where your train's screwed, and then now you're on a shuttle bus that doesn't know where it's going, and you've already added like 2 hours onto your day basically. Well, not even 2 hours, but it was pretty much like a 30-minute overshot. I couldn't imagine the stress that guy was under, and me and you were just laughing our ass off.
Yet he had a full head of hair.
Not after that trip, bro. He had a fucking hairline like a Somalian after.
Send him that lint shampoo with with that barbecue brush they've been tricking Danny into using in the shower every day. But goddamn, that guy, he had one dude helped him out. We ended up getting home, I think, like almost 2 hours later than we were supposed to. It was so fucking. Me and Danny were the only people laughing on the bus because it was just unfolding. It was starting to get chaotic, and you could just feel it fucking brewing in there. And we were also wanted to be home. We were fucking hungry. We were thirsty. We were tired, and it was so fucking funny, and I felt so bad for the driver.
And at one point too, where it was like the guy was like going straight, and then he stopped, and he didn't know where to turn or whatever. And someone in the back's like, "Man, you got to turn around." And then the bus kind of like went to go try and turn around, and then I'm like, "What are you gonna do? Like a 14-point turn on a transit bus trying to do a U-turn?"
Yeah, somebody has to get out and wave him, and then the bus closes and takes off without the guy waving.
He's just running like,
"Leave
"Come on,
him
wait for me, wait for
Newark."
me. Flip-flops fly out.
I think the point of the story is follow your dreams, but if you can, use Google Maps.
Yeah. And don't I think actually that was a nice lesson, because if we just got upset, then we would have added to the compound upsetness. And then but we were just laughing and like having fun, and like people started like seeing us laugh, and then they started laughing.
You know what? It was a feel good story at the end of the night. I don't know what happened with that guy. He might have blown his fucking head off after. I don't know, but
well, I'll tell you, he's not on shuttle bus runs anymore. Probably this guy's set onto a fucking L-line train where all he has to do is go open.
I think he's probably wearing the reflective vest, telling people where to catch the shuttle bus.
That, or he's relegated to the dude that pops of the subway to see if anyone's getting closed.
Yeah, doors are closing.
Man the door.
Speaking of which, we're gonna close our doors now. We got bridges up. Our door's fucking locked. It's goddamn bedtime. Danny,
this was a nice catch
Danny,
up.
I know by the time this airs, you'll only be like a week and a half away from coming back here. But Danny's taking off for about 3.5 weeks. He's heading back home.
Alberta.
I'm gonna be home alone, and it's gonna be fucking weird.
I want you to put the lab coat on.
Yeah.
When I'm gone.
Oh, probably will, dude. I'm probably going to sleep in your bed wearing it.
Please do.
I'm going to hang out in there.
Keep it.
I'm going to make this whole place mine.
It's actually kind of nice.
I'm not going to leave it all. I'm going to be an agoraphobic. I'm just going to order fucking food at the front door. It's going to be gross.
You can't make next month's rent because you just put like $900 on your Uber Eats.
Oh, Danny, I can tell you right now, sitting here today, I can't make next month's rent. I don't got to wait until next month to tell you that.
Oh, shit. I think it's just so funny how we got to go back to Canada to make money and then come back here, but we lose everything on the conversion. Like normally when you go to another country, you make more money.
That's the dream. And you know what? That's a great time for me to say, God bless you.
And God bless
America.
Or we got to set our intentions.
Oh my God, we didn't set our intentions. Okay, well, I intend to, while you are gone, I intend to thrive. I intend to backdoor my way into every club that you've been working to get into. I am going to just step over you. I'm going to try to step over you while you're out of town. No, for real, dude. I'm gonna, like I said it on the last one, I'm just gonna try to stay focused. I'm here alone. I don't have anybody to hold me accountable. So I'm gonna be my accountability coach. I'm gonna make sure that I fucking stay to my workouts. I'm gonna stay to my writing. I'm gonna stay to my work. I have to be in charge of my own fucking self this time. And I don't have you to call me a pussy, let's go to the gym, or to tell me we gotta fucking make something, or hey, I got a fart coming on, turn on your camera. So like, I gotta take care of it, and I intend to. That is my intention.
Thank you for that.
And you?
Felt like there was a little bit of gaslighting in there. My intentions are to enjoy Edmonton, to enjoy Calgary, to enjoy Halifax, rock out all the shows, make some money because Papa's got to work.
Papa does have to work.
Papa's got to work.
Please bring some home.
I will. And then just stay positive and rock out with these shows. Have a good time. Come back. Get to the bottom of my hairline issues and figure out whether or not I'm going bald, and really stare my mother in the face and say, is this because of you?
And she's going to lie to you,
but it is. No, Daniel, you have a sweet, lovely head of hair. But then I'm going to look at my father and I'm going to see if his hairline's moving a little bit back. My brother's supposed to be the one that's supposed to get bald.
We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't doubt if you come.
I come back.
Hey man, how was Edmonton? Holy shit, Danny!
And then it just looks like I get lupus for fucking half my skull's out.
Okay, guys, that's it. We'll be back. We're not going anywhere. We're fucking barnacles.
Keep following the Dude Buddy podcast on our journey. We appreciate everybody who subscribed.
Keep subscribing. Keep commenting. We love the comments.
Keep commenting. Keep the engagement up. And most importantly, man, just keep your positivity up and keep on
rocking in the free world, baby.
Man, keep being a dude and be fucking sick to your buddies.
God bless, baby.
God bless.
Good night.